Hey beauties and gents, it's your girl Linnee and welcome to Inner Beauty Out. And today we are going to be doing a, can you guess it? Can you guess it? You probably can't guess it. But we're going to be doing a foundation review and it is going to be on the Hayley's Reset Liquid Matte Foundation. Boom. Okay, and I have two here, and you can get this at your local Target, as well as online on the Hayley'S website, which I'll also include as well in this video. I have two shades here and I definitely want to share this. I've been holding back for so long just so that I can let you guys know how amazing this is, but you'll hear all about my reviews at the end. So I do hope that you stay tuned. Thank you for logging on to my channel, as well as for just being a true supporter of mine. Again, if you don't know my name is Linnee, but this is the InnerBeautyOut platform, and we girlfriends, like we beauty girlfriends. That's it. So when I know something cool, you gonna know something cool. I know I've been out for a minute, but I hope to be back and keeping it popping for you guys, because that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve. Hey. Alright, that's it. Alright. Just watch the video. So this video is going to be twofold, only because we're going to be presenting, or I'm going to be talking about two products. One being obviously we talked about the Hayley'S foundation review that we're going to do, but outside of that I'm also going to be using a pro product, which is called the Sian Richards London 4K longwear cream. And if you don't know, or if you haven't been following, you're pretty new to my channel, I am also a freelance makeup artist. I predominantly work in the beauty industry, more so bridal. I've done a little bit of everything as far as the beauty kind of goes to, as far as special occasions, photo shoots, a little bit of television work, and male grooming. And so naturally I'm always kind of drawn to products that will make the skin look better and not look cakey, definitely more on the realistic side. And so which is why I gravitated toward this product. I went to a beauty show, I believe it was the New York Makeup Show, and so from there I learned about this product from the person who created it, Sian Richards herself, and I needed to put this in my kit. And so it comes with 10 colors, 2 being more color correctors, which are the ones on this side, this yellow and this orange. But for the most part, what I particularly use this is for evening out the skin. You can definitely do a lot more with this. Sian Richards used this in Black Panther to do the makeup for Chad Boswick. I feel like I'm saying his name wrong, but he was one of the main actors in Black Panther, and this makeup lasted. It is definitely waterproof. It does not budge or go anywhere, which is really great as far as my bridal work. So I like to use this to even out the skin, especially with people who have hyperpigmentation like myself, as well as just like darker circles that are under their eyes, hyperpigmentation around their mouth or like their nose, whatever the case may be, like wherever it is, like I feel like this will balance it out. She has I believe they come in 3 different shades, if I'm not mistaken. I have 2 of the 3, and she has like a deeper one that is deeper than this last shade here, just so that you know. If you haven't heard of this, bomb. If you're an artist, definitely need this in your kit, because you can use this across everyone. The next shade up would have been, I believe it's called the Ether palette. This is the Essence one. The one above is Ether. It's a little bit lighter for the lighter babies, caramel, Caucasian kind of complexion. And then this one is really just more so, I would say, like my skin tone, and deeper, obviously. So we're going to put this to the test together. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one side of my face with just the foundation, because I know this is also a foundation review. And so I'm going to do one side of my face with the foundation alone, and just so that you guys can see the full coverage and see whether this can like really, hold a test of time as far as that goes. And then I'm going to also do what my normal routine is, which is evening out my skin, whether it may not be with this particular product, but evening out my complexion and then going with my foundation just to have like that more of a flawless beat. So I'm going to do both. And then we'll be able to come back and I'll share my review as far as my feedback off of the foundations, because I have been using it for over a month now, and I feel like I have a very, very good balanced feedback as far as, or balanced review as far as what I really like about the foundation and so forth. So, and let's just jump into it. Okay. So to jump into it, I've already prepped my skin, and you'll see that in probably the clip somewhere around here or whatnot. I went in with my eye cream, I went in with some primers as well as some skin smoothers and things of that nature, just to prep the skin and make sure it's great. Some more so mattifying setting sprays, just to make sure, obviously in this heat, that my makeup is gonna last. So I'm probably saying this all out of order, but that was just my skin prep, and I just wanted you to know that I did do that prior to getting to this step. Now, to dig out my color for what I'm going to use, again, I'm going to use the right side. It's going to just be my right side, I believe it's going to be your left, but is going to be the side that I'm going to do the base on, and then the other opposite side will be the side that'll be just foundation. So I'm going to go into my palette, and I'm actually going to pick out a couple of colors. I'm actually picking out a Far, I feel like that's a Far. I'm lying. Okay, it's called Berber. Oh, let me like, this Berber shade, which is practically done. A little bit of the Touareg, which is the yellow shade over here. A little bit of a Far, just for just balancing out, because I'm not completely olive. And so I'm going to mix all three of those shades together to basically cover a little bit of my hyperpigmentation and brighten up underneath my eyes. So I just use a spatula just for sanitary purposes, and I'm going to just dig a little bit. It goes a long way, guys. Like, you do not need to go ham. Like this, the yellow, I use a little bit more of the yellow on the back of my hand, only because I feel like that brightens it up, and just the tiniest bit of like this corally peach color, and that's just really, these are what it looks like in the end. And so I just kind of like mix this up. You do need to work quickly with this product because it does dry down, and even when you have like residue of it left on your hand, it is quite a bit of work to like get off. Like, you have to scrub. You gotta scrub for this one. To me, that's a great thing because it only lets me know that the longevity of this product is going to be awesome. So I am going to just tap my finger, and the warmth of my finger is what's going to blend this all the way out. So I'm just going to go underneath the eyes, as you can see. Oh, did I do the wrong side? I feel like I did the wrong side. This side will not have any of that color correcting situation going on. So I kind of even this out. It mattifies and gets pretty tacky, but it dries down to like a matte finish. I look absolutely crazy right now. So all around this mouth, I usually go a little bit more olivey with this shade, but and like I told you, the red goes like a long way. So I feel like I'm picking more of that. But I like to put this all around, anywhere I could see like a dark spot or whatnot. To each his own as far as how far you want to go with, like, you know, kind of evening out your color. You can do this with a brush. It's obviously drying down already because my battery died and I had to stop to like change it. And so it's very, 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 very tacky. This side feels a bit tight. It's okay. I'm okay with that. You can probably use this with a beauty blender, but I really don't like to use it with a beauty blender, only because this is really tough to get out and I don't want it stuck into my beauty blender. So what I often do is kind of like mix the residue with my foundations. So I did pick up 2 shades. They're both neutral shades. The deeper one, I feel like brings the lighter one down just a tad bit without being overly red. So these are the 2 shades. As you can see, I am going to again mix these in the back, on the back of my hand, and I'm kind of mixing it in with that like leftover 4K cream. As you can see, just putting this over one time like a swatch is literally canceling out color. So I'm gonna stop talking so I can like let you guys take this in. So I'm gonna use my damp blender, and I'm just going to do that, and I'm gonna let you guys see that for what it is. Alright, so this side, as you can see, is the side that I did not even out before I actually went in for my with the foundation. This is just the foundation on its own on the side. As you can see, the coverage is pretty good, like as far as covering up my blemishes. I don't really see anything peeking through, but it does not look cakey, and it feels super comfortable. This side feels a bit on the tighter side. I'm going to go ahead and go over it. I probably should have put the foundation on this side, on my left side first, only because it dried down quicker than going into the other side. So that was the boo-boo on my part, and I feel like I like when the 4K cream dries down together with the foundation. It just gives a nicer finish. So now that I've layered up, I feel like I'm better now with this way that this is blending. So I wasn't too sure about it before. I do feel like one side looks definitely more flawless than the other. Like one has more like coverage. This foundation does claim to be buildable, so I'm going to add a second layer to the side alone and see how that looks, if it will match the intensity on the other side. Alright, so here we have it as far as this side being the side that had the basically we color corrected on this side and made this even before we applied that foundation, and this side being the one just solely with just the foundation. And you can see the difference, I feel like, between both. I feel like one side does look a little bit more on the red side, and the other side looks pretty like standard, but it's okay. I do feel like both sides still do look great. We're going to continue applying our products just to see how they blend on top of this foundation. I do have my Makeup Revolution concealers here, and I also have the Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer by Hard Candy, and this is in the shade medium. So it is a squeezy tube. I've never really used this shade. I think I really like it because it's super like light but like olivey. This looks really heavy duty. It is creamy. Okay, I'm just gonna go in. So I'm gonna do that. Ooh, this is pretty bright. Might be a little too bright. So I have to say, I'm not a fan of this foundation. I mean, this concealer. I'm going to try the Makeup Revolution to see if I can salvage this a little bit. I'm not sure if it's because I brushed on the product initially with the hard candy product, and so it just, like as soon as I started pouncing, oh shoot, what the heck was that? As soon as I started pouncing, it was like taking away product versus spreading it. So now we're back to putting product on and really brightening. I'm okay if my entire nose is white, because we're going to contour. So much better. So much better. To contour. I'll be going in with my Black Opal foundation, and it is going to be in the shade Suede Mocha. It's the shade I always go in with, and I'm just going to, apply this to the perimeters of the face. The brush that I'm using is the BEAUTIES Golden Triangle in 947. It's the small foundation brush, which I love. If you follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, you've seen me kind of like talk about how great this is for skin prep prior to foundation, and I also love it for bringing back color to the skin. So that's that. I'm going to go back in with my beautiful beauty blender. So I'm going to set my face, which I always set my face at this point with Derma Blend, and this basically locks my face in place. Not many people will use it underneath the eye. However, I do. I've never tried the RCMA No Color powder, but I do feel like this is somewhat the same, if not better. I can't say better because I've never tried it, but I feel like this might be the same. If they describe it as being finely milled and just helping things to stay in place without a flashback situation. So this is what I do. Okay. So now that I have the foundation on, I will be back after I do my eye makeup to give you my final thoughts, but just so that you can see this view of what the foundation looks like before all of that. But I'm going to go ahead and do all that extra goody stuff like blush and eyeshadow and all that jazz, and then I'll come back to you with, so I'm going to go ahead and do all that good stuff, and then I'll come back to you with my final thoughts. Alright, beauties and gents, so we're back with our makeup done and completed as far as our eye makeup and all that jazz. Lashes are on and popping. Highlight is on glow. You know, we ready to we ready. It's like, no. So now we're all ready to go, and I'm ready to give you guys my final thoughts. Alright, so with the Hayley's foundation, like I mentioned, this is not my first time at all trying this on. So this is not serving as a first impression situation. This is really more so of a review based on my thoughts on this particular product. And I'll be quite honest. I picked this up. I will be quite honest because I'm always honest. Let me just clear that up. If I don't like something, it ain't coming up on here. I'm just gonna let you know. And this is actually what I was getting ready to tell you right now. I picked this up, like I mentioned, at Target, and they retail for $19.99 each. This has 1 fluid ounce, 30 milliliters in each container. I did ended up getting 2 only because I initially picked up this shade, the 6.65 neutral, which was great, but I did feel like it was a bit too light for me. The undertone was perfect. In the summertime I can get probably not summer, in the wintertime I could probably get away with this, but I needed to like kind of play this out a little bit better, and so that's why I ended up picking up this deeper shade to blend in together. And initially I was really kind of using this as a highlight contour kind of a situation, so I was using it in the center of my face and then using the deeper around the perm in my face, which was really great because it's not like double the cake, it's still like a thin layer. And I love the way that this just sets with the skin. It doesn't crease, it's like it doesn't separate or anything like that. I've worn this on the most hottest days here in Jersey that we've experienced, which has been like up in the higher 90s, which is pretty darn hot. But I have not experienced any type of separation or breaking apart of the foundation. Naturally, I am an oily person. I do feel like when I wear this, although it is a mattifying foundation, I do feel like I gotta put something in there, like I gotta prep my skin in a way that helps me to make the longevity of the foundation kind of continue on, where I'm not like breaking out like shine, like a shine ball, like a grease ball, so to speak. However, I don't think I could do all that I want to mattify a foundation. If the foundation is not good, as far as if it's not standing true to its claim of being a matte foundation, it will not stand the test of being a matte foundation. So like, I mean, like, you could do all that you want to mattify your face, whether you put milk of magnesia, whether you put a primer like Makeup Forever or Becca, like the mother of all, you know, mattifying primers, and you know, you'll still get oily if the foundation isn't consistent or the quality of the foundation isn't good, or it'll break apart. And I didn't find that with this, and I really enjoyed that about this brand. I've worn it for over 8 hours in a day, and I have no complaints. Like I told you, I've been wearing this like tried and true for over a month, and so I really love the fact that they have this in Target. I wish they had it throughout all the Targets in my area. I can only find it in one Target, but I want to tell you though. So what's cool about it? It's like a nozzle like this, and you have to kind of like squeeze it to get the product out. The back is pretty hard, so it's hard to squeeze that part, but this part is a little bit softer, and that's how you can get it, like get the product out. It has this like flat top that goes over it, and it has prongs in there too, and I think that's what helps seals or clicks the top on, and I can feel secure that this will not pop off. So I think this would be great to travel with without having any issues as far as you know, the cap opening up midway and travel and things like that. And it's so slim, it takes up like minimal to like no space. So I would love to probably have this even in a kit kind of a version, only because it is, I wouldn't have to depot this. So basically you heard how it kind of closes. Everything is pretty slim. It does tell you the name of the foundation, as well as the amount of product that's in there. It tells you the ingredients on the back, as well as directions of how to use it. The actual shade range is at the top. I don't believe these are things that will rub off over time, because it is actually a sticker versus being actually on the packaging itself, if that makes sense. So overall, I am super excited to try this, to have tried this, and I would definitely try it again. I would definitely repurchase it again. So I don't know what I would compare this as far as like a product that's already on the market. I do feel like this is like the coverage, the consistency is pretty good. So if you're in the market, I definitely just say pick it up. If you don't like it, it is Target, you can probably return it. But I'm just saying that this is something that I would recommend if you would like to purchase it. Definitely do. You will not be disappointed. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Definitely give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below whether you would purchase this or not. And I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear if you've tried it already and what shade you're in, and how do you feel about it. Like, because I really like it. I really stand by this, and I would definitely try it again. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to hit the notification bell, because that's what's going to help you to know when I post a new video. And definitely share the video to those who may be interested. Someone may be interested in the market for a new foundation, and then they don't want to shell out $40, $50 for the foundation. $20. I'm just saying. But thank you for hanging out with me and checking this out. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye.